Empty shelves are coming, and experts are warning it could happen sooner than you think. But here's what most people don't know. You can be completely prepared with just 12 items. In the next 15 minutes, we're breaking down exactly what to stock up on and how to do it smart. Whether you're dealing with supply chain chaos, extreme weather, or rising inflation, this guide will save you money, reduce stress, and ensure your family never goes hungry. Stick around as we reveal the essential items that are always the first to disappear and the storage secrets that keep your pantry ready for anything. If you're new here, welcome to Crisis Horizon, where we help you stay prepared for life's uncertainties. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you never miss critical information that could impact your household. Now let's talk about why this is happening right now. We're not looking at just one problem. We're looking at a perfect storm. Supply chain disruptions are still ongoing across industries. Unpredictable weather patterns are damaging crops and slowing distribution. And rising inflation is pushing prices higher by the week. These three factors are converging simultaneously, creating conditions we haven't seen in years. When you combine them, you get one result: empty grocery store shelves. Think about the last time you went to the store looking for your go-to items, only to find them completely wiped out. The frustration, the uncertainty, the scramble to find alternatives. Now imagine planning ahead so you never experience that moment again. That's what this is about. It's not panic buying, it's intelligent preparation. Here's the critical part. Experts are predicting new shortages in key grocery items within the coming weeks. This isn't speculation. This is based on current supply chain data and seasonal disruption patterns. The window to prepare is now, because once the rush begins, once the panic buying starts, these items disappear fast. The people who are prepared are the ones who shopped first, and that can be you. Think about the financial impact for a moment. When shortages hit, prices don't stay the same. They spike, sometimes dramatically. By stocking up now, before the panic buying, you're locking in today's prices. That means you're saving money, sometimes substantial amounts compared to what you'd pay in a few weeks when everyone realizes supplies are running low. But it's not just about money, it's about peace of mind. When you walk into your kitchen and know you have everything your family needs, regardless of what's happening outside, there's a psychological advantage that's hard to quantify. You sleep better, you stress less, and you can help your neighbors because you're secure. Planning ahead beats panic buying every single time. The panicked shopper buys randomly, overpays, and often gets stuck with items they won't actually use. The prepared shopper has thought this through. They know what they need, they understand their family's preferences, and they make calculated decisions. That's the approach we're taking today. Now, let's get into the 12 items that will form the foundation of your prepared pantry. These aren't random choices. These are items that have consistently been among the first to disappear during shortages. They're affordable, versatile, and they store well. They represent a balance of proteins, carbohydrates, and essentials that can sustain your household through extended periods of limited fresh food availability. Starting with proteins and shelf-stable nutrition. The first category includes canned goods. These are the backbone of any emergency food supply, and for good reason. Canned vegetables, beans, fruits, soups, and meats require no refrigeration. They can sit in your pantry for 5 years, sometimes longer, and remain perfectly safe to eat and taste good. This is massive. During a power outage, during a shortage, during any disruption, canned goods keep delivering. Don't overlook canned fish, particularly tuna and salmon. These are packed with protein and omega-3 fatty acids. They're filling, they're nutritious, and they're consistently among the very first items to sell out when people realize shortages are coming. The key to stocking canned goods wisely is to choose items you actually eat. Focus on the canned beans, tomatoes, vegetables, chicken, and fish that your household regularly uses. Then rotate your stock. Use what you buy and replace it regularly. This keeps your pantry fresh and ensures nothing goes to waste. When you're ready to stock up, grab extra. These will be invaluable if shortages hit. Buy a few extra cans each shopping trip over the next month, and suddenly you have substantial reserves without feeling the pinch. Next is peanut butter. This is a pantry hero that deserves serious attention. It's affordable, packed with protein, and it lasts. An unopened jar stays good for up to a year. An open jar lasts for months. The versatility is incredible. Spread it on toast, dip fruit in it, add it to smoothies, use it in baking, or eat it straight from the spoon when you need quick calories. During a shortage, peanut butter becomes valuable in ways you might not immediately realize. It's a complete protein that requires no cooking. It needs no refrigeration, and it makes simple meals satisfying. Buy in bulk here. Multiple jars ensure sure you're set for months, and peanut butter is inexpensive and filling enough that you'll use it regularly. Then we have canned wheat, tuna, chicken, and salmon. These are must-haves for emergencies. They're quick to use, requiring no additional cooking or preparation beyond opening a can. They require no refrigeration, and they last for 3 to 5 years in your pantry. This is reliable protein that you can add to salads, sandwiches, casseroles, wraps, or eat straight from the can if necessary. Variety matters here. Tuna offers one flavor profile.
Chicken is versatile for mixing into various dishes. Salmon brings different nutrients and taste. Buy these in bulk. Extra cans ensure you're prepared for extended periods without fresh meat availability. Moving into carbohydrates and filling staples. Rice and pasta are essential for any well-stocked pantry, and they're criminally underrated in how important they are. They're cheap, they're filling, they have a shelf life that spans years if stored properly. Rice can be used in soups, stir-fries, casseroles, or as a side dish with almost anything. Pasta is perfect for quick meals and pairs beautifully with canned vegetables or canned meats. Both are easy to store in a cool, dry place. Buy larger bags for better value. These items absolutely fly off shelves during panic buying, so stock up now before things get hectic. Try different types of rice, white, brown, jasmine for variety. Similarly, experiment with different pasta shapes. This keeps meals interesting even when you're drawing from stored supplies. Flour and baking essentials are critical. Flour is a staple for baking bread, pancakes, biscuits, and for thickening sauces. With rising prices and supply chain issues, it's wise to stock up now. Store flour in airtight containers in a cool, dry place. For extra longevity, you can freeze bulk flour. This might sound surprising, but freezing actually preserves flour beautifully and doesn't affect its baking properties. Don't just buy flour though, get the supporting cast. Yeast is essential for homemade bread, and it can be impossible to find during shortages. Buy extra packets and store them in a cool place or even in the refrigerator. Sugar is crucial for baking and for making jams and preserves. Baking powder and baking soda are the workhorses that make everything rise. Check expiration dates carefully, especially for yeast and baking powder, because these lose effectiveness over time. When you're ready to stock up, buy extra bags of flour and sugar. These can go a long way. Don't forget those extras like baking powder, baking soda, and yeast. These can be genuinely hard to find during shortages, and they're small enough that stocking them takes almost no space. Oats and cereal round out the carbohydrate category. These are reliable, budget-friendly staples that last for months and are ridiculously easy to prepare. Make oatmeal for breakfast, bake with oats for texture and nutrition, or add oats to smoothies for fiber. Cereal is perfect for busy mornings or quick snacks. Both store easily in a cool, dry place. Buy the big bags of oats, they're affordable and filling. For cereal, choose varieties that suit your family's taste and nutritional needs. You want to stock foods that people will actually eat, not things that sit in the pantry gathering dust. Now, freshness and variety. Frozen vegetables and fruits are a game changer for stocking up. Here's something critical that people often miss. Frozen produce is just as nutritious as fresh. In many cases, it's more nutritious because it's frozen at peak ripeness, locking in nutrients. Frozen produce lasts for months without any spoilage risk. Unlike fresh produce that goes bad in days, frozen vegetables and fruits maintain their quality and nutritional value throughout your storage period. This means you can maintain nutritional diversity in your diet even when fresh options are unavailable. Stock up on frozen peas, carrots, spinach, and broccoli. These are versatile and work in stir-fries, soups, casseroles, and side dishes. Add frozen berries, mangoes, and peaches for smoothies or baking. Frozen fruit is particularly valuable because fresh fruit is often among the first things to become scarce during disruptions. By keeping frozen options on hand, you ensure your family continues getting the vitamins and minerals from fruit, even when fresh berries cost 3 times the normal price or simply aren't available. The storage is straightforward, just toss them in the freezer. Moving into liquids and essentials. Eggs are a kitchen staple, perfect for breakfast, baking, and adding protein to any meal. But with supply issues and price hikes, they could become harder to find. Eggs are incredibly versatile. Scrambled, fried, baked, or used to thicken soups and sauces. A single egg can anchor an entire meal or serve as a crucial ingredient in baking. They have a decent shelf life. Store them in the fridge and they're good for 3 to 5 weeks past the sell-by date. For emergencies and long-term storage, powdered eggs are an excellent option. They last much longer than fresh eggs and can be reconstituted for almost any application. Buy extra eggs when you shop and consider powdered eggs as part of your long-term storage strategy. Milk alternatives are your shelf-stable solution for the dairy category. Whether dairy milk is in short supply, you prefer non-dairy options, or you have lactose intolerance in your household, shelf-stable plant-based milks are essential. Almond milk is white and works well in coffee. Oat milk is creamy and pairs well with cereals. Soy milk offers substantial protein. Unopened cartons last for months without refrigeration. Once opened, you refrigerate them like regular milk. The dietary flexibility is incredible. These work in coffee, baking, or as a drink on their own. Buy your favorite varieties in bulk. Keep several cartons in your pantry for emergencies. They're affordable, they don't spoil quickly, and they eliminate the risk of dairy shortages affecting your household. Canned soup and broth are lifesavers during busy days or when fresh ingredients are scarce. A can of soup can be heated and eaten in minutes. Add extra vegetables, noodles, or protein to make it heartier. Broth is essential for soups, stews, and sauces. It forms the foundation for countless meals. These items have a long shelf life and store for months without any concern. Stock up on variety.
Chicken noodle, vegetable, tomato, minestrone, creamy soups, whatever your family enjoys. Get chicken, beef, and vegetable broths. You'll use these as bases for homemade soups and stews, and they're incredibly versatile. Coffee and tea might seem like luxuries, but they're important for many households. For millions of people, coffee is a daily essential. It provides energy in the morning and comfort throughout the day. During uncertain times, when external circumstances are chaotic, having your morning coffee becomes more important psychologically. It's a routine, it's normal, it's comforting. Ground coffee, whole bean, or instant all last for months. Tea bags and loose leaf tea are equally durable. Herbal tea, green tea, black tea, flavored tea offer options for every mood and every time of day. Buy extra coffee and tea. These can become scarce during shortages because so many people rely on them. Try different flavors and types for variety. Having options keeps morale up during extended periods of relying on stored supplies. Finally, the finishing touch. Spices and seasonings might seem like extras, but they're genuinely essential. A pinch of spice can make canned or frozen foods exciting. Without them, your meals become monotonous. With them, you transform basic ingredients into dishes that feel satisfying and flavorful. Most spices last for years if stored properly in a cool, dark place. They take up minimal space. Start with basics. Salt and pepper are non-negotiable. Garlic powder and onion powder add depth. Chili powder brings heat. Cumin is essential for countless dishes. Add dried herbs. Basil, oregano, and thyme are perfect for pasta and salads. Get creative and experiment with new flavors. Different spices completely change the character of rice, beans, canned vegetables, and pasta. By maintaining a diverse spice rack, you keep your stored meals interesting and satisfying. Now that you understand what to buy, let's talk about how to stock it wisely. The first principle is rotation and refresh. Don't just buy and forget. Use what you stock and replace it regularly. This is critical. Your pantry isn't a museum, it's a living system. When you use something, you replace it. This keeps your pantry fresh and ensures nothing goes to waste. It also means that if you ever do need to rely on your stored supplies, everything will be relatively recent, flavorful, and in good condition. Proper storage is equally important. Most pantry items last significantly longer when kept away from heat and moisture. Store them in a cool, dry place. A basement, a pantry away from the stove, a closet, these are ideal. For items like flour and grains, use airtight containers. This prevents spoilage and keeps bugs out. Sealed containers are non-negotiable for dry goods. For flour specifically, and for some frozen items, freezer storage can extend shelf life significantly. Frozen flour maintains its quality for years, not months. Temperature control is an overlooked factor in preservation. Consistency matters. Avoid temperature fluctuations. A pantry that stays relatively cool and consistent will preserve your supplies far better than a space that heats up during the day and cools down at night. Buy what your household actually eats. This is fundamental. Stocking up on unfamiliar foods can lead to massive waste and frustration. You might see a great deal on something you've never tried, buy 10 cans, and then discover your family doesn't like it. That's money and space wasted. Stick with items you know work for your household. That's not boring, that's smart. Plan for variety. Mix and match staples to keep meals interesting. Use spices and seasonings to add flavor to basic ingredients. Combine canned, frozen, and dry goods for balanced nutrition. A meal of rice with canned beans and frozen vegetables, seasoned with cumin and garlic powder, is completely different from pasta with canned tomatoes and frozen spinach, seasoned with basil and oregano. Same basic stored ingredients, different meals. This variety prevents fatigue during extended shortage periods. Before you leave the store, check expiration dates on items like yeast and baking powder. These lose effectiveness over time, and you don't want to discover 6 months from now that your yeast won't make bread rise. Bulk buy for better value, but don't overdo it. There's no benefit to buying a year's supply of something that expires in 6 months. Avoid impulsive purchases of items you won't actually use. Stick to your list. Stick to what your family eats. You now have the complete blueprint for grocery shortage preparedness. These 12 items aren't about fear. They're about smart planning that gives you peace of mind and safety saves you money. Everyone's shortage experience is different. What disappeared first in your area? Eggs, pasta, canned goods, milk? Different regions and different supply chains create different vulnerabilities. Drop your go-to staples and stocking tips in the comments below. Sharing knowledge with your community makes us all more resilient. When one household knows something that another doesn't, we all benefit. Don't wait until shelves are bare. Start your shopping list today. Build your pantry this week. Be the prepared household on your block. The person your neighbors call when things get tight. The person who has what they need and the knowledge to use it. Thanks for watching Crisis Horizon. Subscribe now so you never miss critical information that could impact your household. Like this video if it provided value, and if you found this helpful, share it with someone who needs to see it. Preparation is powerful. Stay ready, stay prepared. We'll see you in the next one.